Alright guys, good morning, good morning. I just woke up, but I noticed that we are crushing phase 3 and I need to get the basics video in, so I'm gonna bear with me on my tiredness. Um, this is a Chexmix basics. McMull made the video and it's very, very good, but for everybody watching it, one of the things it doesn't explain the basic nuance of like what works and what doesn't work, and it's just a generality. So I'm trying to go through the very specifics of like how to make it work. He explains that one of the things you want to do is slow your Han down. So you take as many speed mods off. I still have a speed set, and that's just to keep Han fast enough so that he does get a turn. But you're trying to put offense and critical damage on the primary stats of these three mods. The other thing to do, and this isn't really recommended in his video, is to slow your Death Trooper down to a very specific speed range, so that Death Trooper goes after Traya. He's right under 180 speed, but a little bit faster than 160 is where I found the sweet spot. He'll get to go pretty much right after Traya. So those two things are kind of the beginning. There's going to be a couple of resets in this video because there is some RNG that you have to manage to make this team really work. So yeah, I hope this helps out. So we're going to do with Chirrut, Han, Luke. Han and Luke are both gear 12. Luke is not fully equipped. Han is fully equipped. Death Trooper is gear 9. Chirrut's gear 10, 9. Yeah. And then Jedi Knight Anakin is my highest geared offense up player. He's actually probably the worst. I do have Pow, and getting him is probably better for this situation, but I'm rolling with Jedi Knight Anakin, and it worked last time, so we're going to show you how to do it. So the fight opens up, and there's going to be 3 lightsabers. If you see a lightsaber with retribution, you're okay because of Luke, and I'll explain what that means in a second. If you see 2 lightsabers with retribution, it's a reset already. So we got 1 with retribution, so I'm okay. Han's gonna focus on one of the other lightsabers, and at this point, Han got hit with the daze, so I have to restart. And that's what I mean by this fight having some RNG. Generally, I go through about 15 to 20 restarts, but you should get a lucky spot. So 1's up. Han's gonna shoot one of the other ones. That dazes Chirrut. That one hits Anakin. You don't generally want Han to have a debuff, and I'll explain why in a second. So we're gonna see if this one rolls out. This is why you can have one, is Luke can take away the buff kind of thing. Han having a debuff makes it so that Chirrut cannot give him tenacity up, and so that makes it. And Chirrut is a better character for this because if I'm gonna double check as I state this, but Rex is not. Rex is pretty far down here for me. This is why I use Chirrut. Let's switch to clones instead of trying to search. No! Rex. He wasn't down. Yeah. So he's a support character. So Rex changes the fight's mechanic. The fight's mechanic pulls 100% of the offense from your entire team to Han. So Rex is not one of those attackers that it's getting pulled from, so it pulls minus Rex. So again, we're opening up with Han on the one that's not retribution. Han gets dazed again. We're restarting. This is great. Going well with the RNG-ness. I also got to write down the percentage that I'm attempting at. I forgot to do that. I don't have a pen. Let's remember. I have a terrible memory. 14.6. 3 retributions. Not good. The retribution causes daze, which kind of ruins the whole fight. A lot of people think that the damage from this is coming from Han standing alone and just pummeling Traya with some really strong shots, and that is true. It's actually Han's counter attack and double tap that are doing all the damage. So I want the sabers to kind of spread out their damage if possible. Chirrut having ability block sucks, but I'm pretty sure my Chirrut's fast enough where he can get through it anyways. Yeah, I don't think this is going to work out because the debuffs going on. Oh, and Han got standalone, so that was kind of the next thing. My low gear team makes it so that I can die pretty quickly from all this, and so there is some extra RNG that I'm working with. The better geared your team is, the better your odds of survival are, the more damage you can suffer through. It's really, and then, you know, tenacity helps with the debuffs. I really want them to pummel on Luke kind of thing. Like, he's one of my stronger characters. I really want them to beat up on him. So, alright. That's good. Hit Luke, because he does counterattack. Yeah, that's fine. He'll heal that. Alright, True Ruse, the debuffs. So that offense up is spread to everybody. Oh, didn't work out. So the offense up that Anakin spreads to everybody, gives everybody more offense, which then is sucked over to Han when he stands alone. So that's why you want offense up. Hey, look at that. No dazing lightsabers. Yay. Alright. Let's remove their buffs. True heals. Things are going good. Didn't get offense up, but I'm going to still kind of play out the fight a little bit to kind of show you. So tenacity up helps with these two lightsabers. Anakin also has the fun thing when people are almost dead, he gets a bunch of turn meter. Han should be standing alone right now, but Death Trooper's supposed to go before him, based off that whole timing mechanic that I was working out. So there's ways to, like, Han couldn't do his buff that gives him turn meter, but I also didn't get the offense up, so I'm going to keep rolling with it. Just keep resetting and finding that one nice one, and it can be ruined in the final hour, and so you kind of want to just let it kind of play out. Alright, remove this buff. And that's the other thing, is like you can get lost into the everything that you're doing. There's the buff that I need. That's going to kill Death Trooper. As you can tell, my Death Trooper needs more gear. He needs the dreaded pieces. I'm working on him. I'm working on him. Him and every other character, right? Him and every other character. Alright. Nope, no luck. Alright, so we're going to go over the basics, and just in case, I don't want to spend 20 minutes of restarting just on the video and never get it in front of all you guys, so I'm going to kind of pause the video and get some good RNG, but talking over the basics, you want one Retribution, one offense up character, one person that provides tenacity for Han, and then the Death Trooper providing Death Mark. You want all your characters alive going into after Treya's turn. This is going very well, actually, so let's buff everybody. Yes, nope, of course, that's when the RNG goes bad. Standalone has ruined it. Kind of playing it out for a little second to show you. Death Trooper is going to go very soon, at which point he will apply Death Mark, and then the fun begins. Han would stand alone, and then Han just starts wailing away. The debuff that he has ruins the way the fight goes. So the raid mechanic changes when he's forced into his isolation. So you want to try and, or you need to make sure he's not isolated. So let's give it one more fun run. I hate it when they hit my Death Trooper. I hate it. True, it'll heal him up. No buff. Isolation on the right target. Everything's so good. I think Han is going to go before Death Trooper. So I'm going to do that. And now Death Trooper goes. This actually worked out. Okay. So everything has worked out to this point except for offense up. So I'm going to restart. But I'm also going to pause. And this is a demonstration of almost perfect setup, and if you have POW, you pretty much always have this setup. So this 170 speed Death Trooper is kind of really the optimal target, so that he gets to go at this point. He finally gets his turn right as everything is all set up. Han is next right after that based off of his turn meter, so everything's set up. So I'm going to restart. I'm going to pause until I can get to this spot again in the RNG. Alright. It took like 10 more tries. I finally did it. Death Trooper's ready. Han's ready. The buffs are going. We're going to do it. So Han, we're at 14 point, it started at like 0.57, I think. So Han's going to use his main attack, which gives him 100% turn meter, so he goes after Death Trooper. Death Trooper death marks. Han stands alone. Now when he stands alone, Han's going to get 100% of the offense from all 4 of the other characters, which means whatever their offensive stat is right now with this buff and everything else that's going on with them, he's just going to pull it over to him, and he's going to use it. So having these characters decked out in offense up mods and all the other things can make this team do even more damage. I am nowhere near that, but we're ready to go. Han's going to stand alone. The one problem that could ruin this right now is this counterattack could daze me through my tenacity up. Hopefully not. So I stand alone. He gets all the buffs. He's not going to use any ability other than his basic attack because it double taps for huge damage. The Death Narc has the magic ability that makes it every time Han gets hit, when he counterattacks, he doesn't counterattack a lightsaber, he counterattacks Traya. And so Han's going to double tap, boom, boom, for huge damage. Traya hits 3 times. Han shoots back a couple. Here's a couple more from Han. Going good so far. A couple more from Han. He missed one of the lightsaber. And now it's over. So if you notice, my damage is a little bit close to 2%. So actually, technically, my counterattack was not a very good counterattack run. He could have done a bunch more counterattacks, and his damage were not a lot of crits. I was counting the number of hits he was doing, but... And then the final thing that happened is I got dazed, which kind of ruined the whole flow of the attack. If you notice, that was a solid 2%, and this is where I would restart and keep going. I'm going to post a video at this point because that showed off the perfect demonstration of getting the beginning and then getting the last little bit. Granted, I'm going to keep restarting at this point so I can get that 4% that my guild needs or above, and that's just based off our RNG, crit, remodding, that kind of thing. And I don't want us to sit in 12% for much longer. So have fun. Thanks for watching.